Oh, you thought Deadpool and Wolverine was just another fun, action-packed superhero flick? Think again. Turns out it's also Ryan Reynolds' personal vendetta against Justin Baldoni. Now, if you're wondering why Ryan would spend an entire blockbuster subtly roasting Baldoni, let's rewind. It all started when Blake Lively and Justin shared too much on-screen chemistry in a project, leaving Ryan a little, let's just say, insecure. Instead of handling it like an adult, he did what any self-respecting Hollywood star would do. He buried passive-aggressive jokes about Baldoni into his billion-dollar franchise. Genius. But wait, it gets better. Blake, being the absolute agent of chaos that she is, decided to exaggerate and in some cases completely fabricate stories just to fuel Ryan's jealousy. Fast forward to today and Ryan's got a major PR mess on his hands, possibly even a courtroom showdown. So let's dive into the top 5 moments where Deadpool and Wolverine turned into a glorified Justin Baldoni roast session. You won't believe how petty Hollywood can get. We're kicking off our list with one of the most obvious jabs at Justin Baldoni in Deadpool and Wolverine, a scene so drenched in inside jokes that even casual viewers could probably sense the passive aggressiveness radiating from the screen. In the first scene, we see Deadpool getting inappropriately touched by a costume designer.
FYI, your tailor is a predator, but I love it.
Now, if you think this was just another classic Deadpool moment, think again. This line isn't just a throwaway joke, it's a direct reference to Justin Baldoni. Here's why. During production, Blake Lively decided she didn't feel like doing wardrobe fittings at the studio like everyone else. Instead, she had Justin personally ship the entire wardrobe to her house so she could try everything on privately. But where things really got messy was when Ryan saw the raw daily footage of a dance scene featuring, let's just say, very detailed close-ups of Blake's butt. And that's when the paranoia set in. From that moment on, Ryan seemed convinced that Justin was the villain in this very bizarre Hollywood love triangle. The first major power move happened when Ryan personally called Justin's agent, who works at the same agency as him, and completely went off. Reports say Ryan didn't hold back, calling Justin a deranged predator over the phone, demanding that the agency immediately cut ties with him. And just in case that wasn't enough humiliation, he also made sure to add, "Don't show up to your own movie premiere because nobody wants you there." But Ryan wasn't done. Fast forward to the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, and he took things even further. This time he cornered an executive from the same agency and told them in no uncertain terms that Justin was a S-predator. Now, when someone with Ryan's level of power and influence starts throwing around accusations, even if they're completely unfounded, people listen, and by listen, we mean immediately cave in to his demands. So, despite Justin Baldoni just delivering the most financially successful movie of his career, the agency still dropped him because, let's be real, we know who's in charge. Next up on Ryan Reynolds' Petty Revenge Tour, we have another Deadpool and Wolverine scene that seems harmless at first, until you realize it's just another inside joke at Justin Baldoni's expense.
Go ahead, treat yourself. Do you like what you see? My eyes are over here.
That guy knows what I'm talking about. His clothes say middle management, but his eyes say fucky.
Now here's where things get very Hollywood. That middle management guy. It's a clear reference to Jamie Heath, Justin Baldoni's best friend and producer on the film. Allegedly, this all started when Blake Lively claimed that Jamie was looking at her while she was breast pumping. But here's the kicker. Blake had already given Jamie permission to enter the room. She was fully covered and the place was filled with other people removing her makeup. Yet despite the completely innocent context, she made it a whole thing. Jamie apologized multiple times even though he never actually did anything wrong. Blake replied, "It's okay, I know you weren't trying to cop a look." But Ryan wasn't about to let it go that easily. In another part of the scene, Deadpool adds,
Your buddy here is ready to throw it all away from me. You calling your wife? HR. Does your wife work in HR?
This is directly aimed at Justin Baldoni because Blake had supposedly made multiple HR complaints. But here's the plot twist. There was no HR department. Ryan clearly took that little anecdote and ran with it, slipping it right into the movie as yet another jab at Justin and his closest friends. And yet, we're supposed to believe all these jokes are just a coincidence. As if things couldn't get any pettier, Deadpool and Wolverine takes another swing at Justin, this time through a scene that perfectly mimics one of Blake Lively's most exaggerated accusations against him.
Fingers are inside me, but not in a good way. My brain could taste your fingers and they tasted like hate. And where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?
Now, this isn't just some random Deadpool nonsense. It's a direct shot at Justin's company, Wayfarer Studios. Blake claimed in her lawsuit that It Ends With Us didn't have an intimacy coordinator, even though Justin absolutely hired one. Not only did he make sure Blake knew about it, but he even took notes from his meeting with the coordinator to keep her updated. And then came Ryan Reynolds, ready to twist the knife even further. On July 2023, he posted a birthday tribute for Sandra Bullock, saying, "For your birthday, I got us intimacy coordinators, an HR department, and clothing." Sounds familiar. Oh, and let's not forget his other hilarious post where he claimed that Dogpool was the intimacy coordinator on set, all of which was a not-so-subtle dig at the controversy surrounding Justin. But here's where things get really messed up. Blake didn't just imply the lack of an intimacy coordinator, she outright lied in her lawsuit. She claimed that Justin, while out of character, dragged his mouth from her ear to her neck and said, "It smells so good." Except, that was literally in the script. Justin was acting, while Blake kept breaking character and speaking out of turn, making it impossible to shoot the scene. So what does Ryan do? He takes the false accusations, twists them into jokes, and hides them in Deadpool and Wolverine, because apparently that's what we do in Hollywood now. If there was any doubt that Deadpool and Wolverine was a personal playground for Ryan Reynolds to take shots at Justin Baldoni, then Nicepool eliminates all speculation. Yes, the overly nice and suspiciously man-bun wearing version of Deadpool isn't just a fun addition, it's a full-blown caricature of Justin Baldoni. The air quotes around nice every time Nicepool is mentioned, a deliberate implication that Justin is fake, manipulative, and of course, hiding something behind his well-polished, feminist-friendly persona. But it gets even worse. Blake Lively promoted the movie on Instagram, writing, "Nice men who use feminism as a tool." A not-so-thinly veiled attack on Justin, who has spent years advocating for gender equality, something Blake once admired about him. Now, suddenly, it's a punchline. And get this, while Nicepool existed in early drafts, he was originally supposed to be nothing more than a buffer, younger version of Deadpool. No hair bun, no weird obsession with gratitude, no feminist digs. But after Blake and Ryan had their secret meeting with Justin regarding It Ends With Us, suddenly, Nicepool became this. And the final insult? Nicepool is brutally killed by Lady Deadpool, played by Blake Lively, right in front of a flower shop. A blatant reference to Justin's character in It Ends With Us, who works in a flower shop. If the jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine weren't enough, Ryan Reynolds made sure to get in one last public dig at Justin Baldoni, this time in an It Ends With Us promotional interview. But here's the catch, Justin wasn't even in the interview. Instead, Ryan used Brandon Sklenar as a stand-in, throwing insult after insult at him. The reason, likely because Brandon never had any intimate scenes with Blake Lively in the movie, meaning he wasn't on Ryan's hit list. The conversation starts off uncomfortable.
No. It's not every day a guy gets to interview the love interest of his best friend's wife.
To which Brandon awkwardly responds,
Totally. So listen, I've just got one question. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Even Hugh Jackman might not have realized that they were mocking Justin, but things get even more obvious when they exaggerate Justin's nice guy persona.
A jawline.
Oh.
The way he finds the light.
No. It's like the light finds him. It's just like,
That's exactly right.
And just when you think Ryan's done, he drives the final stake into Justin's feminist advocacy.
I'd be fighting alongside them, but my calling is to one day host a podcast that monetizes the women's movement.
Coincidence? Not likely. Ryan knew exactly what he was doing, publicly dragging Justin without even saying his name. So there you have it, 5 ways Deadpool and Wolverine allegedly took direct shots at Justin Baldoni. At the end of the day, this is all alleged, based on rumors, gossip, and speculation. Maybe it's all just a wild coincidence. Or maybe Ryan really is the king of subtle revenge. What do you guys think? Was this all just playful shade, or did Ryan and Blake intentionally sabotage Justin? Let me know in the comments below.